Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean 3. Last time we arrived here at Sphere Company after finishing off Gabriel in the Maze of Tribulations. And now we are going to set forth on a very long journey. But we're only going to do part of it now, and then we're going to pass into doing a few other things. I was saying last time that I was going to keep going until we got Cliff's ultimate tech. Unfortunately, I was mixing up where Cliff's was. His isn't till halfway through this thing. The one that I was thinking of was actually Fate's ultimate tech, which is at about floor 114, I believe. So I'm going to go, I think, to floor 115, because that's the next boss. And once we get there, then we'll go and we'll do a whole bunch of other things. We'll have his new ultimate tech, and we'll be able to run with that. Now, on the way, I'm going to stop at all of the individual floors that are different. The ones that aren't different, I'm not going to show, at least for right now. I'll end up showing you the items that I've gotten from these floors afterward, but they really just look the same. Now, I wasn't really very clear when I was trying to explain how these floors work. The way these floors work is there are 8 different layouts, and these different layouts correspond and are used on different floors. For example, floor number 101 uses layout type, according to the official strategy guide, layout type 5. And 102 and 103 both use type 7. 104, again, is type 5. And what else we got here? 105 is type 1, 106 is type 2, 107 is type 1, 108 is type 2, so on and so forth. By the time we get to floor 111, I'll be able to show at least one of each type of floor. And they're not randomly generated, even though that's what I had read long ago when I was younger. Must have been an old version of the guide. But yeah, at that point, that's what they had said, so I always thought that. But they are specific to each floor, and apparently they don't change, or at least that's what people are saying now. So I'm just going to show you those individual floors and some other stuff along the way. Maybe if we get a really good item or something. Anyway, let's go check out the invention info. It's been a while since we've been in here.
Oh, well, you know, I've been kind of tired lately.
That's because you're on standby 24/7.
Around here, it's me.
I think I'm cut out for a more creative job. Really, I do.
Not a chance. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence.
Wonder where all the hunks are. Certainly not here.
There are no beautiful girls around here either.
Just
And
crazy
keeping
ones.
That old geezer company has worn me out.
I'm the one who's babysitting.
The children are fighting
What?
again.
You want a piece of me?
Yeah. These get dumber and dumber.
Hey there. Preparedness
Let's
now
see.
saves grief
Got
later.
purple orb, which I don't care about. Some more food, junk. Ultimate bomb. More junk, and junk. Yeah, I don't care about any of these things. But they're here. I just figured I'd show off the new scene, because they do pop up every once in a while.
Oh no, your rank is worsened.
Aww. I'm way down here at
Back
14.
to work. Onward and upward.
Yeah, you don't really need to do too much at this point that involves Fate. Anyway, let's move on. Let's see, so we're on type 7 here. So I'm going to show off, I think, kind of the entire layout for the floor at this point. But, okay, this is already different from... Oh no, it's not different. I'm looking at it wrong, that's all. Alright, we'll just kind of go through and show off the whole layout, even if there aren't enemies, or rather, if there aren't treasure chests that are available. Because the guide that I'm looking at, or at least the maps I'm looking at, actually do have lists that show where the treasures are going to be on each floor. There are empty treasure chests around here as well, so, you know, be aware of that. But yeah, for the most part, I'm not going to go to each individual part of the floor as I'm going through here. I'm just going to do it for now to kind of give you guys a better idea of how the floors are kind of laid out. by the time, even without maps, by the time you get to the top, you'll start to learn what each of the maps kind of looks like and feels like as you go there, as you encounter each individual one. And it'll become easy enough to tell which one is which, where the alternate floor, you know, the elevators are going to be for the next floor, and so on and so forth.
Let's go.
But for now, I just want to give you guys kind of a brief overview, and then most of the rest of this stuff will be, you know, off screen to an extent. Alright, so let's take a look at that map. So yeah, this one up here just leads over there. That's pretty obvious. I don't think there's any... No, there is one treasure here. Empty? Gold chalice. What does that do? I don't even know what that does. I guess you equip it, and it restores your MP? Oh. Heals the whole party. Oh, I guess it's rechargeable then. I guess that's interesting. I'm not sure, I don't think I've ever used it, so... Well, there's one enemy on this floor, and there's another part of the floor there, so I'll just head down here, even though I don't really need to. Like I said, I do want to kind of show everything off if I can, give you an idea of the layout. Unfortunately, it's a rather large area. Treasure. Empty! There we go. Our first empty treasure chest. That's great. And there's something up there. Now, if we go over here... I don't want to fight you. Go away. There are two ways. This one over here just leads to a room that goes up toward the next room there. We've already been up there, obviously. And then over here is the way forward. Now, there is one other little section to explore. Probably should have done that last. Oh well. No big loss. Is down here, and this will lead to some treasure here. Yeah, I definitely should have gone down here first. Go away. No enemies. And down here, there should be some treasure, hopefully. Okay. There's no treasure down here? Oh well. There can be treasure down there. I guess not this time. Oh well. So that's the layout for floor type number 7, according to the guide I'm working with. I will skip the next floor, since the next floor uses the same floor layout, and I will see you for, I believe, floor number 105. So I'll be skipping the next 2 floors. Okay, we're back at floor 105. Just to kind of show off what I've gotten on the last few levels there, let's just go here. Yeah, not too much. Jewel of Alertness, Intellect Berries, Synthesis Materials, not a whole lot. Yeah. I will try to remember to link to a guide that shows off all the items per floor. It's on Game Facts if I happen to forget, which is probably likely. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of make sure that you guys had access to that if you want the specifics about where each treasure is. So this is floor type 1, according to that guide, and in order to do this, you basically want to go counterclockwise and find out where all the other little treasures are, not get dive bombed on. There's a chance of one. It's not a chance. It'll either be here or it won't. But it's the same thing as an empty treasure chest. Some floors have it at that location, some don't. Rotate our camera here. Still fighting the same enemies, nobody new yet. We will start to get somebody new soon enough. One thing I have been doing with battle here is I've just been using quick short bursts of energy burst to try and build up its skill level, up its mastery, and that ends up meaning that I gotta heal her after a lot of battles, so I might start to spend some out. Or I'll just change my strategy and annihilate them fast so we don't get stuck in the same battle all the time. Hopefully that builds up her mastery of it there. And it's getting there. Aiming device isn't even mastered. Fists of Fury will be probably close to mastered by the time I get to his other tech there on floor 150. Oh, that takes way too long. Let's see here. Should be a treasure chest down here, though if there's anything in it, I don't know. And of course, there's nothing. Okay, fine then. Can I get past you? No. Can never seem to get past these guys. I don't understand how that works. But, okay. It's nice that my characters decided to do nothing. This is one of the problems with the AI in this game. It just takes random breaks and has your characters do nothing. I think it has something to do with movement. It's a problem with the enemy's AI as well. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. I was like, wait a minute, I know I'm supposed to go to the right here. Alright, so in here, where do I want to go? There should be nothing up there, nothing over to the right, except of course a battle that I was not ready for. This is why I like Energy Burst. You can just annihilate everybody with it. Especially when the AI decides to take a break.
Next time.
Alright, so let's rotate the camera there. This way, this should lead us to where we want to go eventually. Get in there. Get through here. Gets difficult to see where the enemies are in this area. We've gotten a lot of synthesis materials since getting in here. Hopefully that doesn't continue for too long. Let's see, next floor we need to go to is 106, and that's a new layout, so let's take a look at that. Okay, treasure. That's good. Valiant mail. That's important. This is the ultimate armor in the game, as you can see. It doesn't have anything in particular that's special, but it does have a crapload more defense than this. And there aren't as many enemies that use things like petrification and freezing, so I'm going to be switching to these, most definitely. Actually, I'm going to give that to Cliff for now, because he has less base defense anyway. There we go. Eventually we'll get more. I think we get up to 3 of these in this area. But yeah, I'll refine that when I get back to town at some point. And refine all the 20 defenses over and over again. They just duplicate, so. Alrighty then, let's see. We want to head down first.
Here I go. Let's get this over with quickly.
And let's annihilate these guys. Eventually. Get back here. Stop hiding. It's nice when I get to annihilate them all in one shot as opposed to having to take multiple shots to do it. But I guess it's better for building up my my mastery. So if you head down to the left here, there is potentially a treasure chest up here. There we are. Anything useful? Magic berries. Why not? Yeah, I don't want to fight you, boy. I'm going to try and avoid the enemies as I'm going through here. When I'm off-screen taking out the rest of the floors, I won't be avoiding them as much, but I still will be avoiding them to some extent, just because I get tired with this very super long dungeon. Alright, what do we got here? Potentially a treasure chest in this room. Not today. Now, if we go up here, this takes us basically to, yeah, see, we can get to both of those areas over there to the left if we want to. Yeah, there's a little, oh, there isn't a door there. Never mind. So yeah, we can head back there if we want, but heading up this way is where we want to head if we want to move forward. Never get by this guys. Max Fury is a very useful skill, especially if you get ambushed a lot like I do. The reason why I get ambushed a lot is because I try and avoid enemies too much. There we go.
That was easy.
Alright. Really? Too many battles in succession. Gotta start cutting things again. Alright. treasure? No treasure in this room. Alright, next floor is 107. 107 is repeat, so I'll see you on the next floor. Okay, floor 109 is next. This is a new layout, and for this layout, it should be relatively straightforward, if a little long, unfortunately. See how fast it takes me to get through this one here. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Could be a treasure chest in here, but it seems like there isn't today. And this one just loops back into here, so that's kind of how this floor works, and head over this way. So everything else is to this side here. Now, once we get over here, there's a little turn at some point, which is probably right here. No, this is optional treasure, potentially? No? Yes? No. Okay. No treasure today. Now, the guide I have does show where each of the treasures are by floor and if there's a treasure in this particular spot or not, but unfortunately it just takes too long switching pages back and forth all over the place. It's just not worthwhile. So there shouldn't be anything over here. No. Now, if you go head up, you'll head toward the exit for this floor. If you head to the left, you'll go on a very long detour. Now, I'm just going to run through here and hopefully not have to fight too many of these guys. But yeah, we're just going to run through here somewhat quickly. There's a lot of area to cover here. Dead end over here, dead end over there, and go up here. One thing you may want to do is adjust the camera as you're walking. I keep centering it because it's easier for me to you know, get my bearings when it comes to the map. But if you're not running off of a map, you'll definitely want to you know, move it around so you can avoid enemies. You don't want to fight all of the enemies that are in here. It would just take way too long, especially with those little buggers because they have lots of HP. Nothing in here. Yeah, this is a very long detour that really only leads to one potential treasure chest, which I guess would be right here. I think it's just the one, isn't it? Might as well show off what's left of the floor, though. No, I don't want to go that way. Yeah, it does head back down another couple little bits, but it doesn't really lead to much of anything. Now, there are slight variations on what these individual rooms will look like. Sometimes they'll be a slightly different shape. I guess I gotta go over that way. But, yeah, so this one just, I guess, loops back around. I guess that's pretty cool to have, because now I'm a lot closer. Yeah, so there's slight variations to the room, nothing major. They'll still be in the same orientation, or at least they will lead to the same areas. Even though the rooms may differ slightly in size and shape. But that's pretty much it. Alright, so let's see here. One more area to go through. Another big floor. And there's that. Always make sure you check the room before going into the teleporter. You don't want to miss an item. 110, we do have something on that floor. It's a new type. This one is similar to, I think it's similar, there we go. Similar to the one we've just seen here. Potential treasure in there, I believe. Oh no, there isn't. It'd be nice if I learned how to walk, I guess, eh? There's treasure up here again. Dexterity berries. And then we're going to head over here, though this time we're going down at an angle. Alright, so this one, let's see here, is relatively straightforward. Dodge you, dodge you. And this again leads to hopefully a room with treasure in it. Alright, enough of that guy. Let's see here, shouldn't be anything off of that side or that side, just enemies. So we'll head up here and again, actually, no, this time we want to go straight up. There aren't any treasures over here, so you'll never need to go this way. But, yeah, I might as well show off what the map looks like. And that's it. Whee! Yeah, unfortunately, just because of how long this area is, it's gonna be tedious regardless of how I try to tackle it. Hopefully this way ends up working after I show off each of the floors. Then we'll start to cut vast amounts of this out. You will notice that your bonus gauge will continue to fill up on most of the enemies that are around here, and they will tend to fill up quite quickly. Alright, let's see here. So that room is dead. Damn. While you're fighting these enemies and your bonus gauge is filling up like that, you'll also notice that they start to give quite a bit more experience than the enemies in the Maze of Tribulations did. And unfortunately that treasure chest is empty. I'm not sure I think there's probably a few of these rooms have actually 2 treasure chests in a single room. I'm not sure how many of them there are, or if that's just in a different part of the area. I wonder if I can flip by. No. Alright, so the way forward will be up this way. And let's see if I can dodge you. Nice. Don't need to fight you anymore. Though they do give quite a bit of experience, but they also break your bonus gauge quite a bit, so kind of be aware of that. Especially if they get a back attack like that. And of course it had to be empty too, didn't it? Oh well. No big loss. So let's head down here. And there's one of those guys that I don't need to fight, and this should be the way forward. There we go. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Star Ocean 3. Next time, we'll go to the next floor type, which is Type 11. This is the final different floor layout. And once we go through that, then we'll show off, I think, floor 115, if I'm not mistaken. That's the next one with the boss on it. Then we'll get out of here and we'll go get a few things done before returning to this droning place. Anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.